Autism spectrum disorder, a disorder that has disturbed so many parents, leaving them confused and so many students uncomfortable, affecting their behavior and also making it so hard for them to attain education because they cannot process things the way normal kids do process those things. So today I'm going to tell you all you need to know about autism, and by the end of this video you will be able to identify some autistic tendencies in your child, plus knowing how to manage your child with their autism. The first thing I'm going to do is to define what autism is. So what is autism? Basically, autism is a neuro condition. It's a condition that attacks the brain of your child. So the development of the brain of your child is affected, which leads to your child not doing things the way they are supposed to be doing those things as other normal kids out there. So what happens? It affects, because the brain is affected, it is going to affect everything this child does. It's going to affect their behaviors. It's going to affect their communication. It's going to affect their socialization, because the brain usually is the part of the body that controls everything that happens outside the body. So if the brain has a problem, then everything else is going to have a problem. That's what it does. But what causes autism? Many are wondering what causes autism. There are several causes of autism, and some are still under research, but I'm going to mention of a few which have been really confirmed by the medics and the researchers out there. Autism is caused by several things. One of the things that causes autism is genetics. Usually autism runs down the family lineage. You can find that someone had autism in the family, perhaps a grandparent or a parent to this child. So they carry that gene to their children, and that's how these kids end up getting autism. Also, another cause, or that would likely to be a cause of autism, is as a result of prenatal or perinatal factors. For instance, advanced age of the parents, that is father and mother. Research has shown that people who tend to have children at a later age, the chances are very high that those children are going to end up affected by autism. It's not the fault of the parents, because there are so many reasons why people give birth late in their lives, but it's one of the causes. Also, another cause of autism is complications during pregnancy or childbirth. Research has shown that low birth weight and premature birth are one of the causes of autism in children. So if there is anything you can do, is to take good care of yourself when you are pregnant, so you can avoid these causes of autism. Then also exposure to certain drugs by a pregnant mother. Certain drugs and infections and toxins during pregnancy can highly expose a mother to causes of autism, and it can affect their child before the child is being given birth to. So those are some of the causes of autism. But how do you know that your child has autism? Here are the signs or symptoms to a child who is being affected by autism. And here the first one is going to be signs that come in form of social and communication difficult. You will find that a child with autism has limited eye contact. When they are talking to you, they avoid direct eye contact. Also, they have delayed speech and language development. Usually children who are being affected by autism, they take long to speak in their development. That is one of the major signs of autism. Also, lack of interest in peers and difficult in making friends. These people are loners. Those are people who love to be on their own, alone. They love their independence. So that's a sign that someone has autism. Also, difficult in understanding other people's emotions and also expressing theirs. They don't know how to express themselves, and it becomes very difficult for them to understand other people's emotions. Also, one of the signs of autism is repetitive and restricted interest, repetitive behavior. These kids are routine beings. They do things a certain way over and over again. Then they have highly focused interest. Because of the routine they have, it develops a condition of these kids being obsessive of something. When they choose doing something, they are going to do it repeatedly over and over again the same way. Even their movements, if it's walking, they will walk a certain way. That's one of the symptoms of autism. Also, they don't know how to react to pain and temperature. Something might hurt them and they may not cry and they might stand normal. As I finish, how do we manage children with autism, or how do we help them? One of the major ways you're going to help them is this, because autism doesn't have a cure. But if there is early intervention in the early stages of the life of these children, you're going to help them manage it as they grow up into adults. We need to do what we call applied behavior analysis, whereby you study their behavior, study how they do their things, and also conduct them, help them in doing the right thing and stop them from doing the wrong things. It's going to help them. Speech or language therapy. Because of delayed speech, these children might need a speech therapist to help them develop their speech quickly. Also, occupational therapists would be very good to help your children to develop fine motor skills and also to develop some other skills in life. So get an occupational therapist. Then also education support like special education needs, using visuals in classroom. It's going to be very helpful for a child with autism. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it so it can help another person get to know about autism. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.